Welcome to a new video, my beautiful friends, and happy 4th of July to all the souls in the United States. I can't wait to celebrate this weekend. It's one of my favorite weekends. So yeah, celebrate responsibly. I've been getting a lot of requests to make today's video. Some folks asking, how can I sound more confident? Others asking, how can I sound more articulate, or how to sound very intelligent, etc. In a nutshell, they all pertain to the same topic, and I thought it would be a great video for today's career and money category, because sounding more confident and more intelligent will increase your powers of persuasion. It will help you get that job, close that sale, and overall increase the quality of the relationships you have with other people. Though you just met them, or the other person is your boss, your friend, or even your significant other. I am an extremely shy person when it comes to speaking in front of other people. I know it might sound really surprising to hear that, but I promise you that is the truth. My heart is racing before I have to record any one of these videos, and even crowds of more than 4 people actually give me anxiety. Any one of my friends that was with me as I was getting ready for the wedding will tell you how anxious I was having to walk down the aisle in front of 50-some people and say my vows. So mind you, not 100, not 1,000, just 50 of our closest friends and family, and I was freaking out and could barely catch my breath. The reason that is not obvious when I get to doing what I need to do or speak in front of you or any crowd is because I've practiced everything I'm about to share with you today, and everything that I have spoken about in past videos. So if you would like to learn how to speak with more confidence, even if you may not feel particularly confident, how to come off intelligent, interesting, and articulate, then please keep watching and subscribe for more videos that will help improve the quality of our everyday lives. So the first step in sounding more confident is to increase our levels of confidence. And I will link below 2 videos I made about this topic and how to increase confidence. What also helps is getting our anxiety and stress levels under control. And there's a 3rd video below that will be very helpful with anxiety, and a 4th with quick exercises to relieve stress. Now, those things are fantastic, but they are a work in progress. They will take a little bit of time, but the results will last forever, and they will be of a quality that no amount of cutting corners will ever achieve. And as a result, sounding confident will be organic. It will come more naturally. But in the process of working on those things, one of the first things that you can start doing right now to help with your verbal communication is to speak from your chest rather than your throat or your nose. What happens when we get nervous is our sound tends to move up. So what comes out actually comes from the throat or the nose, which will make us sound like a bunch of mumbling Mickey Mousers. If you can pay attention to this and control so that your voice comes from your chest, you will not only sound better, but you will feel more confident too. So tip number 1 is to project your voice. You'll be more respected and taken more seriously if you do that. Open your mouth, keep your voice here, and properly enunciate your words. Speak so you can be heard, but not too loudly to where you're yelling. Now, to find that balance takes a little bit of practice. And talking about practice, one of the best ways to better express yourself is to practice, because no amount of reading tips or watching videos will ever be as effective as you practicing. So tip number 2 is to practice as often as you can. Pick any topic of conversation. It could be expressing your personal opinion regarding the latest news, maybe a celebrity, or describing your favorite gadget or beauty product. Pick a topic and set a timer so you can talk for 3 minutes about that news or product and what it means to you and why you like or don't like it. Think about it, set the timer, and go. For many people, myself included, this will be very hard at first. But if you don't allow yourself to get discouraged and keep trying, it could be after the 2nd, 3rd, or 20th try, but you will see a difference. Giving up only keeps us in the same place. So rather than being sad about not getting it right away, focus on the fact that you are doing something to improve on a skill, and repetition will work. So focus on the faith of that and keep doing it. After you do this with different subjects of conversation, next, I recommend you video record yourself taking a stab at one of these topics. You can use your phone or your laptop. Just place it a couple of feet away from you and essentially repeat the process. Try till you become more confident. Now, hear me out. I recommend not watching yourself after the first try. When I did that, it was so painful to watch. I wanted to dig a hole for myself and hide it in it forever. I was really discouraged. So record yourself trying the first time, then stop the recording. When you're done, then start recording again, doing the second try about the same topic. Then go for a third round with a different topic of conversation, and then a fourth time taking another stab at that second topic. So 4 recordings, 2 topics. Then watch yourself, and before making up your mind that it's not good or not good enough, watch those 4 videos and see if you actually notice a difference, an improvement from one to another, and then keep practicing. Set 10 to 15 minutes every week for yourself to work on this skill for your betterment and well-being. Tip number 3, speak slower than how it seems normal. Usually that only means about 20% slower because you don't want to sound like this. For many people, the nervousness disguises itself by talking fast. Speaking a little slower not only makes you sound more educated, but it gives you that little extra time to think about what you're going to say, so you don't come off frantic, rambling, or repeating yourself. If you can't think of something to say or you need to find your words, don't be afraid to pause. Contrary to what some may believe, pausing is not a sign of weakness. In fact, if you're speaking a little bit more slowly, pauses here and there won't seem so dramatic, but they will sound more natural. And trust me, you would much rather want to have a short pause than saying something you could regret or filling all those empty spaces with ums and ahs. Now, and are not bad if used occasionally because they can help fill that space, but please pay attention to yourself and make sure that they're not excessively used. If so, you will be better off saying in your head and just leaving that second of silence in the open. Look out for these things in your practice, and then, pause, breathe, and try again. Tip number 4 is to work on eliminating verbal tics. Those could be things like, well, like these are also filler words, but unlike taking a pause or using these will make you sound unsure of what you're talking about, perhaps even immature. So all these things are the opposite of sounding smart and confident. Tip number 5, fluctuate the tone of voice. Keeping the same tone can make us sound boring. So you can have moments when you slightly increase the tone, perhaps even add a little smile in there, which also changes the sound of your voice. That's even noticeable over the phone. And talking about smiling, tip number 6 is to smile more often while you're talking. A confident speaker isn't a person that is just projecting the sound or just speaking more slowly. That speaker is also a person that's smiling, not grinding, but with a slight smile on your face, as if to show that you are enjoying the conversation you're having, even though that might not be the case. But that smile will basically work in sync with the pace of how you're speaking, the tone of your voice, and it will make you look and sound more confident in what you're saying. And that is a huge tip. Next one is to make eye contact. For one thing, it's the polite thing to do. Look people in the eyes as you talk to them. Now, you can look away for a moment or two, of course, but in general, stay focused on the eyes of the person that you're speaking with. If your eyes are wandering around, looking at the floor, the walls, the ceiling, you won't come off as reliable and smart as you would if you would only make more eye contact, because doing that essentially shows your value. Now, if you are a shy person and looking at somebody directly into their eyes is more difficult for you, do not worry. You can work your way there by looking slightly above. So instead of looking square into the person's eye, look at that person's eyelashes or brow bone or the inner corner of their eye. Just move your eyes from that person's one side to the other, from one brow bone to the other, so it doesn't appear that you're not looking at them directly in their eyes. Don't shift too often though, because you don't want to be like this. But I'd say about every 4 or 5 words, move the side so it seems more natural. And this practice will allow you in time to get more courage and look people in the eyes, so no biggie. On the other hand, if you are addressing a larger group where it's harder to make specific eye contact, just focus on a few people in the audience, looking from one person to another, and then occasionally more into the distance so you don't feel like you're leaving anybody out. Tip number 8, pep talk yourself every day. Take 2 minutes in the morning to look at yourself in the mirror as you're getting ready and use affirmations that will promote your confidence and ability to speak more effectively. You can say things like, I'm taking action to build up my confidence. To the outside world, I'm like a rock. I'm solid. I'm strong. My verbal skills are getting better with each practice. My communication skills are improving. I am becoming a great communicator. In the email that went out the morning of this video launch, challenge. I included a lot of affirmations for you to choose from. If you would like to sign up for my email, you can do so today, and I will email you a link to that content so you don't miss out. Also, in the email, I have a lot more tips that will continue this list because nobody likes a 30-minute video. So the rest of the ideas and tips to dramatically improve your communication skills are in that email, and in the description below, I added the link where you can go and sign up. In that email, I also talk about how you should use your posture and your body language, sharing some vocabulary tweaks and a lot more. So that's it for today, my friends. If you like this video, please be so kind and give it a thumbs up. That will mean so much to me. And subscribe to my channel if you found value in this content so you can get more videos like this. Talk to me on social media, and that's it. I love you so much for watching. I wish you the best of luck in everything that you do today and every day. I can't wait to hear your feedback about this video, maybe even some future video suggestions. And that's it. I will see you in the next video very soon. Bye.